The LockNLube Grease Coupler is compatible with any grease gun. It works up to 10,000 psi, so no matter if you're using a cordless grease gun or a manual grease gun, no matter how much pressure it puts out, the LockNLube Grease Coupler is going to grab onto those grease fittings, it's not going to leak, and it's not going to pop off. This means that you have both your hands free to operate the grease gun, and you don't have to worry that grease is going in, not on your machine. The LockNLube Grease Coupler is compatible with any grease gun. In order to install the coupler, simply take your existing coupler and unscrew it, which may require some pliers if it's on there tightly. Grab your LockNLube Grease Coupler and simply thread it on. You can use some thread tape if you'd like. Screw that on. The flat edges there are perfect for a wrench. Tighten it up, and it's as simple as that. Now you're ready to grease with your existing grease gun and the LockNLube Grease Coupler. In order to attach the LockNLube Grease Coupler, you simply push down the thumb lever, and then the jaws fit over the top of the Zerk fitting. Once it's on there, it doesn't leak and it doesn't pop off. Even if I pull as hard as I can, that coupler does not move. When I'm done greasing, simply push down the thumb lever and pulls right off. Now if you have a grease fitting that's recessed in a hole or behind a shield, you can grab onto that Zerk, let go, and you know that the grease is going in, not on your machine. When you're done, push down the thumb lever, and even at pressures of up to 10,000 psi, the coupler will release from those fittings, and you don't have to worry about cracking it off to the side. It pulls straight back. In order to release the LockNLube Grease Coupler from a grease fitting, all you have to do is push down the thumb lever and simply pull it straight back. Unlike your traditional grease coupler, where you may have to crack it off to the side and fight with it if it's in a recessed or deeply set back fitting, with the LockNLube coupler, push down and it pulls right off. And now we'll demonstrate getting the grease coupler up to pressure and then disconnecting from this grease fitting at 10,000 psi. We've got the LockNLube coupler hooked up to our 20-volt cordless grease gun, and we're going to connect it now. You'll notice that this is a closed system, so when we do disconnect it, all the back pressure from the grease hose and inside our gauge is going to come out and create a wad of grease. The purpose here is to show you that even at 10,000 psi, the coupler does not leak and it does not pop off, and it's also easy to remove the coupler even at that extreme pressure. There we go, 10,000 psi, there are no leaks, the coupler is not popping off, and it's working exactly as it should. And now to remove it, I simply push down on the thumb lever, and off it comes. Even on recessed grease fittings, the LockNLube Grease Coupler is easily going to grab onto that fitting, and once it's on, you can feel that it's tight and it's not going to pop off. We'll put a few pumps of grease in there, and there we go. When I'm done, pull it back. Easy, no mess at all.